Hey plant fam, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline. This is part of my jungle, and if you're not new here, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. Definitely don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are new and you haven't yet. If you've watched a few videos and you like what you see, definitely don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss anything from me, and it helps a sister out, so I appreciate you for being here. Anyway, today I have my top 5 favorite plants for the month of November, and like I say every month, this is getting harder and harder to choose. So this month I really sat down and thought about the plants that have been stuck in my head. You know, like when you get in bed at night and you're thinking about your plants, or is that just, am I the only one who thinks about their plants when they're laying in bed at night? No, but seriously, when I'm just like kind of gnawing around my plants, which ones am I thinking of? So I'm a very visual person. I don't know how everybody else's brain works, but my brain works pretty much in pictures all the time. So I'm always like seeing my favorite plants kind of in my head when they're not necessarily around me. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So these are the plants that I just couldn't get out of my head for the last few weeks. And the first one on my list today is actually one that I haven't shown you guys in a while. And it's definitely not necessarily rare anymore. It's definitely still uncommon. I mean, you're not seeing it in the big box stores yet. I think that it's very possible that maybe sometime next year. I haven't heard any talk from any growers that they're going to be releasing this plant next year, but it is just the heartleaf philodendron. So it's a really easygoing, easy growing plant, and it's the variegated one. But the reason why I wanted to show you guys this plant and the reason why I've been loving it so much is because the new leaves have been coming out with like more elbow creamy variegation than what I'm used to seeing on this plant. So a lot of time you'll just get really subtle, some of these older leaves you can't even tell are variegated. So I did recently cut it, and the new growth is coming in just like really insanely gorgeous, especially this vine. This vine popped out. It started giving me some of this lighter variegation, and then these new leaves here are just, let's see if I can get them both in the frame at the same time for you. Look at that. Is that not stunning? And it's working on another one. So this thing has been in moss for way too long, you guys. Like, this is extremely overdue for a repot. This is gonna be an absolute nightmare to untangle the roots. But I just had to show you guys what happens when you give your variegated heartleaf bright light. So if you've got one of these and you only have like that green on green variegation, move your plant to a brighter light situation and you'll probably get this, because this is all off of one propagation. These are not separate plants. These all come from the same mother plant. So if you're not giving them enough light, you'll get leaves like this, which are pretty. You can see there's still like green on green variegation in there. But these newer ones that popped out have just really caught my eye, and it's one of my favorite plants in my collection, just like period. You guys know how much I love a marble variegated plant, and anything that has that kind of like camo vibe. This wasn't intentional. I just really like camo. It's one of my favorite patterns. You really can't go wrong with camo. So number 1 on my list today, in no particular order, is this variegated heartleaf philodendron that is just looking absolutely stunning for me. I mean, this leaf looks more like a variegated, like an Aurea micans. It's just not fuzzy like a micans. So 10 out of 10 recommend snagging yourself a variegated heartleaf philodendron if you don't have one yet. They're very affordable now. Even if you can only get a small cutting, that's how this plant has started for me. I've had it for like over a year because I've taken a bunch of cuttings off of it, or else it would have been much bigger. But when I start with one strand on a plant, I do like to let it grow and then cut it back to encourage it to bush out. So the last time that I cut it, it gave me 2 new growth points. So I am going to be repotting this one soon and getting it up a pole because I'm determined to get this plant to just be really big and continue this gorgeous variegation instead of, if I let it trail, the leaves are probably just going to keep on coming in really small. So variegated heartleaf philodendron is number 1 on the list today. And number 2 on my list today of my favorite plants for the month of November is also a philodendron, and it's a newer philodendron that I picked up while I was in Texas. Just snag it. And that is my marble variegated pink princess. And this one, honestly, I just could not stop thinking about it since I bought it, since I brought it home. It's got the most gorgeous marbly pink variegation on it. I just repotted it recently. I think we repotted it together. I genuinely don't remember. I apologize. But it gave me a little bit of a wonky leaf, but hopefully this next one that it's working on or pushing out, I can talk fine, will give me some really nice variegation, or at least not come out wonky. But this is the Philodendron arabescens, the pink princess, so it's kind of standard for them for their leaves to come out a little bit wonky if they're not like 100% getting everything that they need. So like if you're not getting their environment and their watering and everything perfect, they definitely can get a little bit wonky. So I just keep an eye on these leaves and make sure that they don't get stuck. This one looks like it's gonna be totally fine. It's in high humidity, so it shouldn't be an issue. But this one was still like, looked like that when I bought it and when I brought it home from Texas. So I traveled from Texas to Connecticut with this plant, and it's kind of understandable for that leaf to come out a little bit wonky since it was in transit for a little while. So hopefully the next one comes out gorgeous, and hopefully we continue to get more leaves like these ones. And I just am absolutely obsessed with this plant because it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I found it at, where were we? A Home Depot in Temple, Texas, while I was visiting my cousin. And I was like, I have to get this one. This is the nicest marble pink princess that I personally have ever found in a big box store. So there were 2 plants in the pot, and I separated out this one and left the other one with my cousin. So number 2 on my list is my pink princess marble variegated. Absolutely obsessed with this plant. Okay, so number 3 on my list of favorites for November is another plant that I picked up from Texas, and I'm just really obsessed with these leaves. I've been really getting into Anthurium lately, and so far things have been going pretty well for me. Nothing has like gone terribly wrong yet with my Anthurium, so I may or may not have snagged a few larger ones from Rooted Rarities that I will be picking up next weekend. So stay tuned for that because I'm going to take you guys with me when I go and snag those. But number 3 on my list today is this Dock Block Bessier Hybrid. I'll show you the tag so that you could see better. It's the Dock Block F2 times Bessier Affinity, which is just a Anthurium Bessier that looks like Bessier but isn't true Bessier. Does that make sense? That's usually what the AFF stands for. Like even when you have the, I don't know why I'm pointing over here. The plant's not over here. It's over there. The species Affinity Bertoniae. It's literally just saying that it looks almost identical to a Bertoniae, but it's not a true Bertoniae. So same thing when you see that in front of any plant name, that AFF is just, it just means that it's not a true whatever plant. It just looks like it, and the blooms are probably identical. So like really they're basically the same plant, but genetically they're slightly different. This is just an absolutely gorgeous Anthurium, and at the time I hadn't acquired any Dock Block Anthuriums, and I was very interested in snagging one. I think I may have another hybrid that has Bessier mixed in it, but I hadn't snagged anything from DocBlock. So when I was in Texas, my friend Tessa and we went to Tillery Street Plant Company in Austin. You guys should definitely check out that video. If you missed it, go check out the video that she posted on her channel as well. She's over at A Cat in the Garden. You definitely don't want to miss her videos. If you like my videos, you're probably gonna like hers too. So definitely go and give her a subscribe. She's so close to 1,000 subscribers, you guys. I'm really trying to help get her like over that threshold, but like before the new year. So if you guys can help me by going and subscribing to her channel, I'll leave it linked down below for you. I would appreciate it. I can probably link it up here as well, so you can just click right on it and go do it and then come back and finish watching this video. But anyway, I snagged this one while I was shopping with her in Austin, and I love it. It's just really stood out to me among the rest of my Anthurium. Like when I brought it home and I put them next to each other, I was like, ooh, girl, look at you. She's just dark and kind of soft and velvety, and I think she's really gorgeous, and she traveled really well from Texas, and I've been kind of obsessed with her. So she's one of those that's just really been on my mind. It could be because it's a newer plant in my collection. I tried so hard, you guys, not to put like literal brand new plants that I just unboxed with you on this list. So don't be surprised if they make the list next month, because I just showed you those. I don't want to just show you the same plants over and over again. So DocBlock F2 times Bessier hybrid, absolutely obsessed with this little guy. It's still in moss, so eventually we will be moving it at least to a larger container filled with moss and perlite. But yeah, Anthurium is number 3 on my list. And then number 4 on my list, you guys did actually see recently if you caught my Monstera collection video. And if you didn't, girl, you should go and check it out. I can leave that one linked for you as well, because I showed you every single Monstera that I have in my collection, like Monstera deliciosa / Borsigiana, not like literally every Monstera species in my collection, just all of my variegated like deliciosa, more split leaf kind of Monstera. So definitely check it out. So you guys did see this elbow, but this has been one that I am constantly checking every day because it's working on a new leaf, and it finally unfurled yesterday and we finally get to see it. And I told you that I was gonna show you this one in my favorites video, and I was not wrong. So this is a Monstera elbow that I snagged off of Plant Story from a shop called Cat Loves Plants. This was my only purchase with them. It went really well, so I'm not mad about it. But look at this new leaf. Look at that big chunk of white that she gave me, because this was the leaf before it, and I was like, girl, really? After you gave me something like this, you're gonna give me this? But I had faith in her, and I'm glad I did, because she just is almost done unfurling this absolutely stunning new leaf. This is propagated from a chonk. I bought it as you see it. This is the newest leaf out in my care, so it came with all these other leaves, and I'm just really excited. Every day I go up there and I look at this plant and I'm waiting for it to unfurl, because all I saw was like this white side was wrapped around the outside of the leaf while it was in there, and I was like, it's gonna be so white. And I'm definitely not disappointed at all by this leaf. So this one needs to be repotted and put up on a little mini pole eventually as well. But it's a very happy, healthy Monstera elbow, and I don't feel like it would be my monthly favorites video if I didn't put one of my Monstera on the list, because there's always one that's doing something. They're all going crazy up there, to be completely honest with you. They have no regard for the season. They don't care. They're happy. They have humidity. They've got higher temperatures. They've got all the things that they need. So they don't really know that it's gonna be winter soon. So if you can create an environment for your plants where they don't know it's winter, they're gonna keep on growing all year long. They might slow down a little bit in the winter months, but a lot of my plants continue to grow. So Monstera elbow is number 4 on my list. Last but certainly not least, number 5 should also not at all be surprising because it is another one of my Monstera, but it is the newest Monstera to my collection. And you, girl, you are crazy if you thought that I wasn't gonna show you this new leaf when it unfurled. It's obviously my Monstera mint, by the way. So here's the newest leaf that when we got it, she was still working on it. And I am obsessed. I cannot wait to watch this grow. And like I said, it did come in much shorter because this was in a tray of seedlings most likely, and it was competing for light with the other seedlings around it. So it got a little bit taller than it needs to be. So now that it's getting brighter light and not competing, it should continue to come in a little bit more compact. So although are the mints, I think, are large form, right? I think mints are large form if I'm not mistaken, so they should stay pretty compact anyway. Very, very cute. Not mad about it. Absolutely love this plant. And that's, like I said, number 5 on my list of favorites for November. So we've got my variegated heartleaf. We've got my cute little marble pink princess, and then my absolutely stunning Anthurium hybrid, and obviously all of the Monstera. Absolutely obsessed, mostly for the variegation, I feel like, on all of these, except for the Anthurium. Obviously doesn't have variegation, but she doesn't need it. Look at those veins. Those gorgeous, silvery, sparkly veins. Anthurium are just, I don't know. There's something so like luxurious feeling about them. And I think that's maybe why they feel intimidating. But girl, if you're scared of Anthurium, just wait, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I've been doing. If it continues to work out for me, I'll tell you literally exactly what I've been doing to keep my Anthurium happy and growing and not browning and looking stupid. Then I'm more than happy to help. But I haven't had them for long enough to feel confident enough to say, like, definitely do X, Y, and Z and your Anthurium are gonna thrive. But I've been taking a lot of advice from more seasoned Anthurium growers, and I think it's been working. So I would love to show you guys my Anthurium collection soon. I would love to show you my entire Philodendron collection soon. So let me know in the comments below which one you would want to see first. If you want to see all my Philodendron, it's gonna be a long video, or if you want to see all of my Anthurium, because I definitely want to do more collection videos. I didn't realize it had been so long since I had done collection videos for you guys. I know you want to see my Hoya. I'm working on it. So I've dwindled down, in case you missed it. I'm going to continue to dwindle down, and then it might take us 2 hours, but I will happily sit here and show you every single one of my Hoya in my collection if that is something that's going to make you guys happy. So that is it for this video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed hanging out with me today. If you did, you should definitely give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. There is a join button down there if you want to be part of the official plant fam. Get yourself some perky perks like extra content, early access to my sales, group chat, things like that. I'm always trying to add new perks for you guys as well as we go. So definitely come and check it out if you want to. It's a great way to support me and my channel. But you guys already know the best way to support me and my channel if you want to is to shop my plant shop, linked down below. All of the plants are on sale. All of the like pottery and everything that I had in there is on sale. I'll be adding new stuff soon, or I may very well do a live sale over on Plant Story, so make sure that you download the Plant Story app if you Don't want to miss that. If you use my referral link to download the app, you also get a $15 coupon to spend. They've got 30% off sales going on, like across the whole app. And there are crazy deals going on where if you spend $50, you get $10 back. If you spend $100, you get $20 back, so on and so forth. So now is a really good time if you've been thinking about hopping on there. There are so many sales happening. 10 out of 10 recommend. I may be one of them coming up soon, but obviously I will let you guys know ahead of time as best as I can, because sometimes we do things last minute around here, which is why it's good for you to have your notifications on and make sure that you're following me on Instagram so that you can stay in the loop with what's going on. Honestly, you got to follow me on Instagram if you want to know when stuff is happening, because that's usually where I post everything. But anyway, I love you guys so very much. I hope that you're having a beautiful day wherever you are out there in the world. Don't forget to spread kindness. Don't forget to drink your water, and I will see you in the next